What's going on? My name's Matt Millen, and today we're taking a look at the best metalcore albums of all time, according to Sputnik Music. Now, Sputnik Music, they've been around since 2005. I think, objectively, they are the best website for all your music reviews and ratings. Now, there are tons of trolls and a lot of people who have no friends and like to talk politics, like to act tough on this website. They are losers, is what we call them. Fucking morons is another term we could use. Overall, you'll get some pretty objective ratings across all the different genres. I think this is the website, the best. I found so much new music from using this website. Stuff I would never listen to in my life. You know, if you see it up there, you take a listen. They're not always 100%. They don't always hit it out of the park. But generally, you find some gems here. Anyway, let's take a look. We're going to go best albums. We're going to go all time. And then we're going to go across just metalcore. Let's take a look. I'll give you my opinions. Jane Doe, you knew was going to be number one. I don't think it's Converge's best album. This is not my personal favorite. And I think a lot of these you're going to find out that they cross genres. And you say, that's not metalcore, that's progressive metal, or that's hardcore, that's death metal, that's deathcore. I'm just giving you what Sputnik gives you. It's always number one. For influence, for originality, musicianship. It's all there. It's all on display. I'm not going to argue with it. Botch, We Are the Romans. That's usually sitting in the top 5. There is no Every Time I Die without Botch. And without Every Time I Die, you know, there's no Greyhaven. Between the Buried and Me. Colors. One of my favorite albums of all time. I wouldn't put it as a metalcore album. I just generally say progressive metal. They used to be metalcore. You know, pre-Silent Circus. I mean, even Silent Circus, they were kind of dabbling in, you know, a bunch of other stuff. But Between the Buried and Me, one of my favorite bands of all time. They do have a lot of slamming riffs. They don't really have metalcore riffs. They just have really technically awesome, sweet shred. Hope's Fall, I actually have never listened to this specific album. Hope's Fall never did it for me. Sorry. Number 5, Botch, an anthology of dead ends. This is probably my favorite Botch album. An EP. Japan is on here. It's a fucking awesome song. If you look at number 6, this is one of my favorites of all time. Fear Before, The March of Flames, you know, who are we kidding? The Always Open Mouth, this is just one of my favorite albums ever in metalcore. I think it's placed, you know, this is where I would place it in mine, I think, around that spot. It's innovative. They basically tried everything on this. Like, you could consider it metalcore, but if you listen to it, you're probably not thinking anything to do with Parkway Drive, August Burns Red, you know, all that. It's nothing like that. It's a mix of what they did before, what they didn't do after. Sadly, they kind of took a nosedive, in my opinion, with their next record. But this was a high point. This stands up there with anything in the genre, personally, in my opinion. And yeah, Every Time I Die, Radical. Yeah, this album's fucking incredible. When I first put it on, I was like, this is everything I ever wanted in an Every Time I Die album. Now, this is coming from somebody whose favorite Every Time I Die album is Hot Damn. And while this doesn't sound anything like that, like anything like a Bolorama or Off Broadway or any of those classic tracks, this album sounds the best. It's got the best production. It's got tons of songs. They're all bangers. They hit every different aspect of Every Time I Die that you've heard previously. And yeah, just they went out on top, unfortunately. I think they'll be back. There'll be more music eventually, since the Buckleys are brothers, and that's just my opinion. Poison the Well, the opposite of December. I bought this album way back when. I think this was early 2000. It has great tracks. My Mirror No Longer Reflects. It's a fucking great track. Tears from the Red is, I think, a stronger album, personally. This Maximum the Hormone, 33 votes. Get the fuck out of here. I don't think you belong here, and if you want to comment down below that you're in Maximum the Hormone, and maybe prove me wrong. Dillinger Escape Plan, Calculating Infinity. I mean, this should be higher, to be honest. It's mathcore. It's Nothing on that album I think even sounds like metalcore, but this is one of the best albums ever. I personally like Irony is a Dead Scene. This is more mathcore. This is just, you're seeing the mix of everything. Ictus, I don't know what the fuck that is. Zao, I think I listened to it for the first time a couple years ago. Couple good tracks, doesn't really stick, you know. They have a better album, The Funeral of God. I think this is just influence based, to be honest. I'm gonna get hate for that, but fuck you. Misery Signals of Malice and the Magnum Heart. This is top 10. I don't know why it's at 14. This could be even higher. This could be top 5. There's a couple, maybe there's like 2 or 3 tracks on this that don't, you know, I never come back to, but 5 years, you know, In Summary of What I Am, The Year Summer Ended in June. All these tracks, A Victim, A Target, just classics. Absolute classics. Canadian boys, you know, representing. Most of my riffs from my band, Dignity, you know, a lot of them stem from this album and the sound and the emotion that comes with the riffs that they write. Something just hits. Dillinger Escape Plan, Dissociation, yeah, amazing way to go out. Converge, All We Love, We Leave Behind, you know, you could argue that all of them are great. And you could interchange any of them on any given day. That what's your favorite Converge album, and someone will give you a different answer. Misery Signals, Controller, monster album, just monstrous. Like it's their magnum opus. They just hit every note on this one. The length, the production, songs, you know, everything about it. Just kill it. I am fine with it being up there at 19. Taken, I have never heard. No opinion. Every Time I Die, low teens. Again, Every Time I Die. You can't go wrong, really, with any album. I'm not particular to the Big Dirty. My brother would kill me, and a couple of my friends would tell me to go fuck myself, and I would do the same to them and say, go listen to Hot Damn or Last Night in Town, and then, yeah, that's it. Zao again, no opinion. This, I might have got this confused with the other album that I was talking about earlier. They both just don't leave a lasting impact on me, but it's probably because I heard it later in life when I wasn't in the pit at the Warped Tour or whatever the hell else I was doing. Saints Never Surrender, never heard of it. That album cover sucks ass. That is horrible. Oh my god. He is legend, I am Hollywood. I respect the hell out of this band. You know, they do their own thing, a little country tinge, Every Time I Die-ish influence. Here we go. Protest the Hero. Kazai. This is top 5 for me. I mean, this is for me being a guitar player and a musician. This album is everything you could ever hope for. And the fact that they were 17, 18, 16, something like that, making an album like this, it's insane. It's got some of my favorite songs of all time. Not in just metalcore, just period. End of story. And every song is incredible. The concept is incredible. Nobody sounds like them. Nobody writes riffs like them. No band is actually as talented as them, to be honest. This is my brother's favorite album as well, and yeah, this is an easy top 5 for me. Dillinger Escape Plan, Option Paralysis. Again, you can't go wrong with any album by Dillinger Escape Plan. Simple as that. Psychroptic, I don't know why you're in metalcore. No idea. Awesome album. Fucking killer album. Not in here, not metalcore. Turmoil, The Process Of, this shit fucking bangs hard. That's all I can tell you. It's like you turn this on from fucking go, it is just, you know, it's not gonna reinvent the wheel. You're not gonna be blown away by the musicianship. It's just fucking, it's just a banger. That's it. 59 votes. Why? Well, here it is. The Dillinger Escape Plan, Irony is a Dead Scene. This is featuring Mike Patton from Faith No More. This album's incredible. I think this is one of their stronger efforts. It has Pig Latin, and that's all you need to know. Sixth, Death of a Dead Day. I don't think it's metalcore. It's too techy and too out there to be metalcore. It's progressive metal / like gent almost at some points. Every song, you'll never hear anything like it. They are similar to Protest the Hero. I believe Protest the Hero was influenced a bit by them. The dual vocalist, just monsters. The lyrics, they're cheeky, they're funny, they're great. They got some of the best riffs that you'll never be able to play in your life because you're just not that good. And yeah, The Chariot, One Wing. I was impressed by this album, to be honest. The Chariot is like very, like they gatekeep the fuck out of this band. I didn't hear too much difference between them and Norma Jean at the time. but both of those bands have become like the metalcore darlings. Here we go. Rollo Tomasi. Time Will Die and Love Will Bury It. This is one of my favorite albums ever. When it came out, I think I played this album hundreds and hundreds of times. Some of the songs on here are just perfect. They have the most potential of any band to surpass Converge, I think, in metalcore. There's just something, they hit a level that most bands could never hit. Simple as that. Cave In, Jupiter, there's better Cave In. There's better Cave In. At Dillinger Escape Plan, Miss Machine, I got this album signed by Greg at Warped Tour. This album was, when it came out, this was hyped to death. And it met every expectation. Hard hitting, it's got everything. It's got the catchy pop tunes. It's got the Setting Fire to Sleeping Giants. It's got Baby's First Coffin. It's, We Are the Storm. You could say that this is the best album they ever made. Under Oath, Define the Great Line. This isn't my definitive Under Oath album. They're Only Chasing Safety. That's my jam. This is a better, record. And this is a better musicianship, songwriting altogether. But the other one just holds a place where when it came out, when I listened to it, something about that time that sticks more. Converge. You Fail Me. Switch it up. Pick a Converge album. Whatever. It's probably in your top 10 somewhere. Protest the Hero Fortress. This is my go-to guitar album for riffs and getting better at guitar. It's as simple as that. This is musicianship at the highest level. Again, incredible. Canadian. That's it. Beecher. Breaking the Fourth Wall. 96 votes. Weird. It's got probably some of the heaviest production I've ever heard on an album. In metalcore, at least. Between the Buried and Me, Alaska. My personal favorite Between the Buried and Me album. When it came out, there's nothing that touched it. Backwards Marathon, Selkies, The Primer, All Bodies. I mean, Alaska. You cannot go wrong with this fucking album. This is so ahead of its time. That's all I can say about it. Sixth, The Trees Are Dead and Dried Out. Waiting for Something Wild. Sixth, can't go wrong. You can swap out those two albums, not the newer stuff, and you'll find something amazing. Pull My Finger, or Hold My Finger. Sorry, Hold My Finger, not Pull My Finger, but do that at risk. Converge, Axe to Fall, bangers, just fucking bangers. I think the strongest opening to a Converge record for sure. Phineas, The God Machine. I bought this album more recently than I care to admit. Riffs are there, super generic. The riffs are there. That's all I can say. Good album. It's not where it should be there, in my personal opinion. I can skip a bunch of these. Let's go. Knocked Loose, A Tear in the Fabric of Life. This is one of the best EPs that I've heard in the genre. This was just the right length, just the right heaviness. Catchy. Yeah, worth all the hype, for sure. And I'm not a Knocked Loose stan. I don't think they're the best thing to ever hit to the scene, but they're really good at what they do, and that EP proved it. Horse the Band, Desperate Living, one of my favorite bands, one of my favorite albums. I think I reviewed this album on this website. If you've never seen Horse the Band Earth Tour documentary, it's one of the best documentaries of all time. Horse the Band is just the most unique band out there, to be honest. I wish they still made some music. I hope that another album comes out, because this is an incredible album. I'll name you a couple off the top of my head. Johnny Truant, In the Library of Horrific Events. That's number one. That's number one. There you go. Look at that. Johnny Truant squeaking in at 199. Now just delete those, those 2 nines, and you've got yourself the best album in metalcore history. Darkest Hour, Undoing Ruin. That's up there. That's top 10 for me. Number 12, Looks Like You, Mongrel. It's a 5 out of 5 album. It's not metalcore. It's mathcore, grindcore, progressive. I don't know. If it's metalcore, then it's like number 2 for me. Era, not Augment. Impulse. Impulse is up there for me. Can't really say much more. That is the perfect metalcore record. The riffs hold up. You can look in my channel and see me playing a couple of them, because to this day, you cannot beat it. Here we go. Textbook Tragedy. Where is Intimidator? Yeah, Intimidator by A Textbook Tragedy. One of the best albums. Top 10. Easy. Easy top 10. Band from Vancouver. And yeah, A Textbook Tragedy. Underrated as fuck. Snapcase. I like another Snapcase album better. It's End Transmission, yes. End Transmission by Snapcase. Just listen to this. Just listen to it. Just listen to Coagulate and listen to a synthesis of classic forms, and then get back to me.